Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Cowboys push to bench struggling Kenneth Murray for $36 million linebacker. The most common sense thing for the Dallas Cowboys to do for the last 4 games of the regular season is to try and play their best players. Sounds simple, right? Not always. This is the Cowboys. Nothing is simple. The Cowboys have insisted on keeping Kenneth Murray at linebacker ahead of Logan Wilson, who they acquired in a trade with the Cincinnati Bengals on November 4th, and it's become impossible to not only ignore Murray's terrible play but to also ignore why they're not giving Wilson more of a shot. If it could mean the difference between making the playoffs or not, the Cowboys and embattled defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus might want to try playing Wilson. At this point, it's not even clear why the Cowboys went after Wilson if they're going to keep paying him behind Murray, who is objectively one of the worst inside linebackers in the NFL. According to Pro Football Focus, Murray's 36.8 overall grade puts him 82nd out of 85 eligible inside linebackers. Why did we trade for Logan Wilson? Cowboys fan Mecca Mike wrote on X, "I don't want to hear the 'he needs to learn the playbook' excuse. Your starter doesn't know what he's doing. Wilson is also getting paid a lot of money to sit. He still has 2 more years left on a 4-year, $36 million contract. I still don't understand why Kenneth Murray is allowed to take the field on defense when you have Logan Wilson." Cowboys fan Honest Gabe wrote on X, "The math isn't mathing." The Cowboys actually traded for both Murray and Wilson, although the Murray trade has been much more of a talking point for how bad he's been. They traded for Kenneth Murray Jr., who, "I'm just not a fan of his game, to be honest," ESPN's Mina Kimes said on June 4th. "And I don't think he solves any of their problem. That's a very, very weak linebacker group. That's been the Achilles heel of their defense, of course." The Cowboys obtained Murray in a trade with the Tennessee Titans on March 5th, sending a 2025 6th-round pick to the Titans in exchange for Murray and a 2025 7th-round pick, number 239 overall, the Cowboys used on Clemson running back Phil Mafah. There's very little Murray does well at inside linebacker besides rush the passer. In 2024, his 45.9 overall grade from PFF was one of the worst in the NFL for his position, 169th out of 189 eligible players at his position, and showed Murray was almost equally as bad against the pass as he was against the run. Wilson, 6'2" and 245 pounds, was a 2-time All-Mountain West Conference pick at the University of Wyoming before the Bengals selected him in the 3rd round, number 65 overall, of the 2020 NFL Draft. Wilson became a full-time starter in his 2nd season, the same year the Bengals shocked the NFL and played in the Super Bowl for the first time since 1988. In the last 4 seasons, Wilson has over 100 tackles each year and his difference-making career numbers jump off the page: 12 career interceptions, 7 forced fumbles, 26 pass deflections, 19 TFL and 18 QB hits. Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer's hot seat status revealed after loss versus Lions. The Dallas Cowboys' odds to make the NFL playoffs just got a lot longer following the team's disappointing loss versus the Detroit Lions. Dallas defense returned to its previous underwhelming form in Detroit. Despite the Cowboys' recent surge, the team's play has been less than ideal amid Brian Schottenheimer's first season as head coach. During the off-season, the Cowboys coach may not have won the press conference with fans dreaming of potential star coaches once Mike McCarthy was not retained, but Schottenheimer's approval rating appears to be high despite Dallas' uneven season. Schottenheimer has brought increased juice to the star, but the challenge is the Cowboys roster had plenty of flaws heading into the season. Dallas tried to atone for this with several late moves to improve the defense ahead of the NFL trade deadline, but it is likely to be too little, too late when it comes to the Cowboys' postseason hopes. What does Schottenheimer's future hold in Dallas? There is plenty of hot seat chatter around the NFL, but Cowboys fans can expect to see Schottenheimer to roam the sideline in Dallas once again in 2026. Following the Cowboys' loss to the Lions, Dallas has just a 9% chance to make the NFL playoffs at 6-6-1, per the Athletics model. The challenge for Dallas is the strength of the NFC, including the Philadelphia Eagles who sit atop the NFC East at 8-4. Dak Prescott does not sound concerned about the Cowboys' long postseason odds. "These guys aren't deflated right now, they are ticked off," Prescott noted following the team's loss to the Lions, per ESPN. "We just need to use that the right way, as fuel for the rest of the season." Schottenheimer is not on the hot seat, and the Cowboys may be using the team's final 4 games as preparation for 2026. Dallas Cowboys land star edge, national champion linebacker in new 2026 NFL mock draft. The Dallas Cowboys' Week 14 loss to the Detroit Lions left the team's NFL playoff hopes hanging on by a thread, so if things don't go their way when the rest of the action plays out this weekend, it may be time to start looking toward the NFL draft. Luckily for Dallas, the team holds 2 first-round picks in the 2026 draft, so they can address multiple areas of need early on. If the Cowboys follow conventional wisdom, both picks should be used to add talent on the defensive side of the ball. In a new 2026 mock draft from USA Today Sports, the Cowboys do exactly that, by adding a breakout star at defensive end and a national champion linebacker. Number 16 pick, edge David Bailey, Texas Tech. Bailey would bring a much-needed boost to the Cowboys' pass rush, with a breakout season for the number 4 Red Raiders. This season, 43 total tackles, 17.5 tackles for a loss, and 13.5 sacks. The pass rush off the edge gets a boost in Bailey, one of college football's most productive edge rushers this season. Number 27 pick, via Packers linebacker Sonny Styles, Ohio State. Linebacker remains one of the biggest weaknesses for the Cowboys, so adding a versatile player at the position is a direction the team should strongly consider. This season, Styles has recorded 80 total tackles, 5 tackles for a loss, and 0.5 sacks, while adding an interception, forced fumble, and 3 passes defensed. Styles was originally considered the better linebacker entering the season before Reese's ascension. He offers similar size, 6'4", 240 pounds, with elite athleticism, good reaction and solid tackling. The 2026 NFL Draft will be held in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, from Thursday, April 23, through Saturday, April 25.